Hi, and welcome to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. My name is Bill Moore. I am a food truck business coach and author of Food Truck 101, Beginner to Winner. This podcast is all about helping you start and grow your food truck business. Today, I want to talk about Facebook groups. Joining a Facebook group is super commonplace nowadays. Facebook is even putting commercials on TV to encourage people to join all the different Facebook groups. So what I want to do is explain Facebook groups so that you understand what you're getting into, what you're not getting into, and what you can expect from a Facebook group. There are three types of groups. There is a public group, there's a private group, and then there's a hidden or a secret group. A public group is one where everything that's posted is visible to everybody that's on Facebook. So you join, say, the public gardening group in your city, and everybody that's on Facebook, no matter where they live, can see all your posts. So when you post a picture of your pot of marigolds, everybody that's your friend can see that. And if you like that photograph, then all of your friends and all your family get a notification that says, hey, this particular person has liked this photograph. You might want to like it too. So think about that in context of a food truck group that's a public group. So you get on there and want to brag about the awesome day that you've had, and you share a screenshot of your square dashboard that shows your sales for the year. And it shows you hitting some great number that you're impressed with. It could be 100,000, it could be 1,000,000, doesn't matter. It impressed you and you wanted to share it with the group. That's awesome. Problem is, it's a public group. So when people start to like that particular photograph, and it's people that are within the group, like, oh, that's awesome, you did great. Congratulations, that's awesome. Every person that is linked to that author of the comment, or the person clicking the like button or the wow button or any of the other emoji buttons, everyone that's their friend that's on Facebook is now being sent a notification that, hey, so-and-so has liked this post. Maybe you would like it too. And since it's a friend of theirs, they go, oh, I must check out what my friend has liked. And they go and check it out. Except it's meant to be a post you probably didn't want people to publicly know about. You don't want them to know what your sales were for the year. You certainly don't want strangers to know what your sales are. That's the downside to a public group. Private group, on the other hand, only notifies people within the group. So when you share a picture of your dashboard and it shows you doing $100,000 in a year, the only people that see that are people within that group. So when they like it and they comment on it and they say, awesome job, no one else outside of the group can see that information. And the same applies to the secret or the hidden groups. The only way you can get into those groups is to be invited, and then the admins have to approve. So when you're on a public group, and I've seen this on a couple of public groups that they're specific to food trucks, and it concerns me. Someone posted a screenshot of their square dashboard, which now reveals how much money they did. So while it's awesome to brag about your sales, and don't get me wrong, there's a sales level that impresses everybody, whether it be a $50,000 year, a $100,000 year, $1 million year, there will always be levels of people that have never achieved that, and they need that encouragement to know that it's possible. Problem with that is, on a public group, would-be thieves can now say, ooh, when they're open, they're going to generate at least this amount of money in cash. I will go rob them. If you're doing things that are a little bit sneaky, like maybe not charging taxes the way you should, when you put that on a public group and you have a tax official that goes, I remember them when they paid their taxes for last month, it was only this amount. Those sales indicate it should be more. I think I will go visit this vendor and see what's going on. In these groups, there's also people that vent about guests. And we all have those days when a guest comes up to you and does something that is just really annoying. They complain about something they shouldn't be complaining about, or they ask you the questions that a lot of people hate hearing, like, hey, y'all got beer in there? Or they come up to a taco truck and want a food that there's no way in the world a taco truck would be selling. They go up to a pizza joint and say, hey, I want a hamburger. And they think it's hilarious to ask that. I've been doing this a long time, and I remember the very first time that somebody pulled up to our drive-through window at a roast beef place in a dry county in Kentucky and said, yeah, I want a Budweiser. And then you just hear all his friends in the back of the car just laughing and think it's hilarious, which it's not. It's, number one, it's not unique. We've heard it many, many, many times. It's not the least bit funny to us. But when you go on a publicly searchable Facebook group and say, hey, tell me what your most annoying part of waiting on people is, and you do it from your business page. So now all the people that follow your business page to know where you're going to be set up tomorrow, they get the little notification that says, hey, this business has posted. And so they click on it to go see what it has to say, because they want to go eat your food tomorrow. and they see a post in a public group that says, I hate customers. Here's why I hate customers. And then they list off something. Do you think anybody that sees that's going to be willing to go eat your food tomorrow? Do you think they've just unfollowed you and are now going to tell all of their friends and family to unfollow you because you really don't want to wait on people? Understand where you're posting. There is a place for public groups that deal with business. It would be a way to generate more business. But you can't go on there and think that you're protected and you're going to vent about, these stupid people come up and they ordered a pizza and I don't sell pizza. I'm an ice cream truck. Most people will get offended at that. Now think about all the questions that get asked on these public Facebook food truck groups. How do y'all price your menu? How do y'all handle this particular food? When do y'all start prepping? And it kills me that people start prepping 2 and 3 days ahead of time. Yeah, I'm prepping on Wednesday and I'm not going to sell any of this food till Saturday, but it'll be great. If all your customers can see those kind of things, do you think they're going to be willing to go to your business knowing that what they got was prepped 3 days ago? Because they will assume, no matter what it is that you're prepping, that it's the exact product that they ordered. And it could be something you cooked right fresh in front of them, but they're thinking this was made 3 days ago. Understand where you're posting. Understand the impact goes beyond you getting that good little laugh and getting all the little likes and emojis that say, yeah, you're so smart. Yeah, I hate customers too when they come up and ask for a Budweiser. I hate people that come up and say, what y'all got? I hate people that come up and say, what's good? If you don't understand guest service, I'm going to recommend you take a course by Disney. Go to the Disney Institute and take anything that they teach you about customer service. Disney is the gold standard for customer service. And if you hate Disney and you hate the Disney Channel and you can't stand the theme parks, can't stand the cruise ships, that's your opinion. They are still considered to be the best in customer service around the world. They are the gold standard. Take a course that they offer. One of the things they'll teach you in this course is something that all of their people that work in a theme park face every single day, and they teach you how to handle it. If you've ever been to one of the Disney parks, you know that every day at 3 o'clock they have a parade. And some of the parks, especially in Orlando, might have one at 4 o'clock. But the deal is they do a parade that goes through the main part of the park. It starts at one end of the park and goes to the other end. And it's singing and dancing and floats and characters and all kinds of fun. Every day, many times a day, someone that's attending the park will walk up to a cast member of the Disney park and say, hey, what time is the 3 o'clock parade? Now think about that. What time is the 3 o'clock parade? It's a self-answering question. 3 o'clock. Hello. Disney teaches their employees to listen to the question. The question isn't, what time is the 3 o'clock parade? The question is, where do I need to be with my family and my children so I can see the parade at a certain time along the parade route? Because clearly, if the parade starts at one end of the park at 3 and you're at the end of the parade route, you will not see the parade at 3 o'clock. It's going to be more like 3:45 before it gets to where you are. That's what people want to know. So when somebody comes up to you and says, hey, what's good in there? They want to know what you're proud of. They want to know what you feel is the best seller or what other people are buying. They want to see your best. So when you give them that stupid answer of, everything's good, everything's good in sale, that's not what they want to know. They want to know what's most popular. They want to know what is your most proud product. Because we all have something that we sell that's awesome, that we think is just the absolute best. And then we also have products that everybody else thinks is awesome that we go, it's not my favorite, but hey, you buy it, so I will continue to make it. So listen to people when they ask you those kind of questions. Some of them are just there just to be idiots. Some of them are there just to be unfriendly. But most of them are asking you questions that they want help with. When they walk up to a menu and they say, is this all you got? They're wanting to know, do you have a secret menu like a lot of other places have? I want to be an insider. What's on your secret menu? They're asking you for input. They're also giving you advice, whether you realize it or not. If they're asking for a product frequently that you don't carry, you might ought to carry it. If they're asking you, is this all you got on a menu, you might want to add a couple more things. My question when somebody says, is this all you got, is like, what you got in mind? What's your ideas? They might have an awesome idea for a food product that would make sense for you to have on your food truck. So getting back to the story, 3 types of Facebook groups: public, private, and secret and or hidden. If you're on a public Facebook group, you need to make sure that you are in guest service mode everything you ask, every question you ask, every comment you make is a positive indication of your business, because it's publicly searchable and people will get notifications when you comment something. And if it's not a positive business comment, they will remember that, and that becomes a part of your reputation and a part of their decision-making process when they want to eat with you again tomorrow. Private Facebook groups are where you need to ask the questions that are industry specific. How do you do food cost? How do you handle the guest complaint? How do you handle when somebody throws up? How do you handle things that need to be handled in the business? Ask those on the private Facebook groups. And then if you're in a hidden or a secret Facebook group, again, you can ask those questions as well, because it's not publicly searchable. People that are your friends and family don't get notifications when you ask questions and make comments and post emojis in those groups, because they're not a member of the group. They may get a recommendation to, hey, your friend is in this group, would you like to join it? But then it's up to the admins to say, hey, this person really doesn't need to be in here because they're not a part of the food truck industry. So please understand what you're posting and where it's being posted. I don't want to see one of y'all lose your business because you're posting dumb things on a publicly searchable social media group. Thank you guys so much for listening to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. If you're finding all the information helpful in your food truck business, please consider becoming a monthly supporter of the podcast. Just hit the support button or follow the links in the description. Every little bit does help keep us going. If you guys need a business coach to help you reach your food truck business's full potential, check out my affordable services. As always, there's links in the description to take you right to everything I have to offer. And since we've been talking about Facebook groups today, join our private Facebook group. It's called Food Truck Training. There we've got a whole bunch of awesome members at all different levels, from starting brand new newbies to decades-old veterans. They've all got your back when it comes to learning about and operating a food truck. And again, thank you guys so much for listening. Come back tomorrow, because you know I got plenty more to say about the food truck industry.